Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. I'm Michael Chabot, and I'm here to tell you that there will always be challenges in life, and in some cases, like mine, tragedies. But human beings are resilient. All you need to do is make a decision today. Follow me on this journey to hope, and together we will live, we will learn, and we will grow. And hopefully, we will find some hope in every day. Welcome to my journey to hope. Christmas Eve 2019. I sit here in Gabriella's bedroom and record this episode, and all of us are getting ready to spend time with our families, our loved ones, if we're blessed enough to do so. Some of us aren't so blessed. Some of us are away from our friends, away from our families. Some of us are overseas fighting for freedom. Some of us are feeling sad. Some of us are feeling down, missing those that we can't be with, whether they're with us, meaning alive, or if they've passed on. And, what I want to share with you guys in this episode is that, I love Christmas time. I love this time of year, not for gifts, not for presents, because we all take a moment, we all take a pause and remember what's important and why we're here, which is for human connection. We all remember that it's about the friends, the family, the relationships and connections that we build and have in our lives. It's more important than any of the other shit we chase. Cars, money, all the things that I talk about. And do yourself a favor. Take a moment over the next few days between Christmas and New Year's, or if you celebrate Hanukkah, between Hanukkah and New Year's. Take a moment and reflect. Reflect on what you have in your life. Reflect on what you want moving forward. Reflect on the last decade. We're going into a new decade. And I know everybody's talking about this, but, this morning I was listening to something while I was in the gym that really resonated with me, which is talking about, a decade in review. Sit down with a piece of paper and review this past decade. What have you done that's really great? What have you been through that's really sucks? I mean, obviously for me, there's something that really stands out. But, over the past 10 years, there have been highs and lows. I've had amazing career highs, amazing moments with my family, watching my oldest daughter graduate high school and go off to college, watching my two younger kids, move on to high school. Some really great moments as a family, some amazing vacations that we were blessed to take, some amazing moments, some amazing friends and relationships and coaching hockey and all these wonderful things. And of course, for me, in this last decade, there was one big moment, and it's interesting. I heard somebody say recently that, when you go through a loss like this, you have a moment. But you have everything that existed before that moment and everything that exists after. And I told my wife this morning, in the kitchen as I was making breakfast for us, I said, sometimes I feel like I'm two people. Sometimes I feel like I'm a part of me that just wants to lay in bed and cry and grieve and feel sorry for myself and be the victim. Let's be honest. Be the victim, right? There's times when I want to do that. But then there's the other side of me that knows that first and foremost, that Gabriella would not want that for me. Gabriella wants me to be happy. Gabriella would want me to celebrate Christmas. She loved Christmas so much. It was definitely her favorite time of the year. And that's the side that I choose to be. You know, that side of me that wants to go out and live life and have fun and experience and create more memories. And yeah, it is hard. It's so hard. Every day, some days, I feel like I have to get up and climb Mount Everest. But I do it for my baby. I do it for Gabriella first and foremost, and for my wife, and for my son, and for my oldest daughter, and for the rest of my family and my friends and others, that listen and who've reached out to me and said that my podcast and my message is helping. Because I want to show you all that shit happens in life. Every one of us are going to face hardships. Hopefully none as hard as mine. But we're all going to face hardships. Loss of parents, losses of our spouse, job loss, financial struggles. You know, people that are close to us, we are going to go through bad shit. Unfortunately, it's a fact of life. But what's the most important thing are the relationships you have. I learned that when my daughter passed away. I had so many people rally around me and my family, so much so that it caught me off guard. I couldn't believe that I had so many amazing people in my life. I was like, I don't deserve this. And I know I've talked about this before, but, you know, I see it today. I'm so blessed. I have so many people in my life, so many amazing people. And I just want you to take a moment, take a breath, put down your phone, step away from social media for the next 24 hours. Really connect with the people in your life. Maybe you're having some struggles in relationships in your life. Pick up the phone and call your mom, call your dad, call your brother, your sister, whomever that person is. Tell them you love them. Tell them you miss them. Tell them you're grateful for them. Even if they've done wrong to you, who cares? As my best buddy Daryl says, who, if you're listening, buddy, I love you more than you know. You're such an amazing human being. You've taught me so much. And I continue to learn from you every time we speak. And as Daryl says, you know, you're 70% responsible for relationships you're in. It's 70% your responsibility. So get rid of your ego. The ego is the villain. Get rid of it. I can tell you that one of the biggest things I've learned in 2019 is that I got to step away from my ego, step into my greatness, step into my vulnerability, be who I am, share the message on my heart. We all have one, every one of us. The world would be a much better place if we put our shit aside and stop trying to prove to the world that we are enough. You are enough. You were born enough. God created you. You are enough. You just have to step into it. Stop running from it and step into it. That's all you have to do. That's it. So, you know, for me, I know for the rest of my life, Christmas will be bittersweet, right? It'll be a time for reflection. It'll be a time to enjoy. It'll be time for creating more memories, but I'll always miss my Gabriella. I'll always miss her laughter and smile and not wanting to wake up on Christmas morning, because Gabriella did not like mornings. That girl loved to sleep. And it'll always be hard. But I'm okay with that. I accept that. Because I've taken on the challenge. I've taken it on that I'm going to spend the rest of my life living for my daughter, experiencing for my daughter. And I know that's what she wants. So for those of you listening that are having a tough time this Christmas, this Hanukkah season, this holiday season, just know that you're loved. If you're listening, I love you. You are enough. There is greatness inside of you, and I know you can do it. And if there's somebody you want to reach out to, somebody that you love, but you're holding on to something, let it go. Let it go. Put your ego aside. Call them. Tell them you're sorry, even if you weren't the one who was wrong. Tell them you love them. Connect. Because guess what, guys? At the end of the day, that's why we're here. I said it at the beginning of this recording. We're here to connect with each other. That's what it's all about. You know, I've shared my story a million times about the redwood trees that I heard, and that's what it is. It's such a metaphor for life. Reach out your roots. Hold on to others. Because when the storms come, and they will, you need to hold each other up. We all do. We all do. I've got my redwoods. My roots are spread out. And I can tell you firsthand that my redwoods held me up in my time of need during my storm. And I just want you all to reflect. Reflect. Look forward. Reflect on the decade. Pick one dream. One thing you want to do in the coming year, in the coming decade. One thing that you're afraid of. Challenge yourself. Push yourself. Challenge yourself to do it. I would love to hear after you do your time of reflection to just reach out to me, put a comment on the website, on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, My Journey to Hope. And remember, it's My Journey, the number 2 Hope. And I just want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank you all for the feedback. I do it for you because I want to show you that human beings are resilient, that we can rise up. We can have the lives we want. We just got to do the work. We got to come ready and armed. You know, it's Christmas Eve. I got up this morning. I nailed my morning routine. I leaned on it. It helped me because I woke up with heaviness on my heart, and it helped. My therapist sent me a text. He's like, hey, I'm just checking in. I know the holidays can be difficult. And I said, you know, I'm in a much better place this year than I was last year. Yes, I'm sad. Yes, I miss my daughter. But I'm in a different place. And that's what I want for you. Wherever you are, a little bit better, a little bit different. And hopefully you can spend some time with family and friends. That's my wish for you. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. And last but not least, to my beautiful baby girl, Gabriella. Papa misses you so, so much. Merry Christmas, my love.